guys, this is going to be more of a stretch video, range of motion. We're going to be doing a little bit of work, but it's going to be more about movement and quality movement than anything else. So you will need a couple things for this. You will need either a resistance band of some sort, or like a towel, a hand towel is fine, a bath towel, whatever you can use. Just something that you can kind of use to help kind of create some leverage. So again, band, belt, towel, piece of rope, whatever you have, I don't know. But that will work for that. And then I want you to grab something that's a little bit weighted. So if you have you have a small ball about this size, that's perfect, even if it's not super weighted. A gallon jug of water, something like that. Something that you can kind of hold in both hands like this and move with. So again, it can be a little mini soccer ball, or a jug of water, or a quart of water, a quart of milk, whatever you want to use, something like that. And then you'll also need a pillow. I'll just be using one of my couch cushions or one of my couch pillows. You can use a bed pillow, a couch pillow, just something to give your back a little bit of stability for a little bit of the work, of some of the work we're going to be doing. So let's get you started. All right, we're going to start on the ground. We will eventually work up, but we're going to start on the ground to start with. So I want you to start by sitting up nice and tall, bringing those feet together, tall posture, so it's easy to kind of slouch forward. Try not to. The tighter you are, the harder it's going to be to sit up tall. I realize that, but give me what you can. Kind of butterfly those knees a little bit just to kind of settle into it. And then holding on to either your feet, your shins, whatever feels most comfortable, I want you to slightly pull yourself into the stretch for me a little bit here. So just a nice, easy stretch forward, and then sit up nice and tall. We're going to keep that going. Exhale as you stretch forward. Inhale, sit up tall 2 more times. Exhale, stretch forward. Inhale, lift. And last one. Excellent. From here, we're going to straighten your right leg out. We're going to keep your, straighten your left leg out. Bend your right leg for me. I don't care if that foot's against your thigh or your calf. Just make sure it's not against your knee. And grab either your band, belt, towel, whatever you're using. Loop it around your foot. Make sure it's firmly around your foot, not like kind of on your toes where it'll pop off. Sitting up super tall, so tall posture. I want you to use that band and pull yourself forward into this stretch. So just as much as you can, using that band, that belt, whatever you're using for leverage to kind of draw yourself in, and then come out of it, sit up nice and tall. Take a good breath in and out. And then go right back into it. Hold for a couple good deep breaths. With each exhale, try to settle into the stretch a little bit more. Good. And come out of it. We're going to do that one more time. Stretch forward into that leg. And come up and out of it. That's perfect. All right, from here, we're going to take this leg a little bit out to the side. So where it was directly in front, we're now a little bit out. Same thing, we're going to stretch into that leg out to the side. So kind of hugging in, using whatever you've got looped around your foot as a little bit of just tension to help guide you into the stretch. Hold for a couple good deep breaths. You're going to feel a nice little stretch through the small of your back as well. If you're not, it's probably because you're just kind of hunched down. So I want you to keep that back as tall as possible and just hinge into that stretch. Good. Come out of it, relax for a minute, and right back in, hugging into that leg, into that foot. And again, you should feel a nice little stretch in the small of your back on your opposite side. So I'm stretching my left, so I feel it on my right. Come out of that. And one more time, hugging in. Good. Unhook that band. We're going to switch those legs. Right leg is going to extend straight out in front. The left foot is going to come against your thigh or your shin, your choice. Hook that band over your foot and use that band to guide yourself into the stretch. Hold for a couple deep breaths. The point of holding is not because I want you to kind of create that tension and just like clench up. I want you to really try to breathe your way through it. Really try to exhale some of that tension out. Good, coming up tall, relax. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Hug into that leg. Nice deep breaths. Again, breathe through that belly. Remember that proper breathing. So not up through our chest where our chest moves, but in through our belly, in through our core. Good, and come up tall. 1 more time, hinging into that leg. And come up. Good. We're going to swing that leg a little bit out to the side, and we're going to keep that stretch going. So hugging into that stretch. And again, we're going to feel this through the small of our back a little bit, and that's okay. Hugging into that stretch, and then sit up tall out of it, giving your leg a break, and hug in. And sit up tall, and deep hug. Nice deep breaths. Again, try to breathe out the tension. And coming up nice and tall. Unhook that band. Excellent, excellent job, guys. Go ahead and bring the palms of those feet back together. Hug those heels in as close as what feels comfortable. And kind of hug into those legs as you butterfly a bit. Kind of keep a little movement in them. And sit up nice and tall for me. Perfect. We're going to straighten that left leg out again. But this time we're going to cross our right foot over the left. So left leg is straight, right leg is crossed, and same thing. Your foot can sit at your calf or your thigh. I just don't want it crossed at your knee. I don't want it braced there, so your choice. Sitting up tall for me. So again, think about a string being attached to your head and just lifting you up. So I don't want you hunched, I don't want you rounding back. Really open that chest, nice straight spine. We're going to bring our left hand to the outside of our right knee. Our right hand's going to reach around behind, and we're just going to do a nice rotation. Sitting up as tall as we can, looking back over that shoulder. Nice deep breaths in and out. If this is too much work for this leg to be, your right leg to be crossed like this, keep it on the right side of your left leg, but just kind of pull it across into that stretch. So that's kind of your modification. If it's too much to actually cross over your midline, don't. Just use that left arm to kind of drop that knee. Good. Holding here. Give me 1 more good breath in. 1 more good breath out. Looking back over that shoulder. Come back to the center and relax. Switch those legs. Right leg's going to extend. Left leg's going to cross. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand's going to come behind our back. We're going to sit up tall, and we're just going to pivot. So again, if it's too much to cross this leg over our midline like this, keep it on this side, but just use this arm to kind of pull that knee across. Work wherever you need to here. Give me 3 deep breaths, sitting up tall, looking back over that shoulder, getting all that spinal rotation. And relax back to the front. Very, very nice, guys. All right. We're going to turn over onto our hands and knees. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow work here, as well as some core stability building here. So, all right, nice flat back. Again, on your hands and knees. Hands are going to be right under your shoulders. Knees are going to be right under your hips. Make sure there's no arches or dips. Keep that back perfectly flat. We're going to run through a couple good deep breaths first, and then we'll go into cat-cow. So I want you to inhale. As you inhale, feel your belly expand down to the floor. As you exhale, feel that tummy get tight and lift up. Give me 3 breaths right here. Inhale, feel that belly expand. And exhale, push all that air out, lifting that tummy up and in. 2 more for me. Inhale, deep breath in through your belly. And exhale, push all that air out. Last one. And exhale. Good. From here, we're going to tuck our tailbone, tuck our head, and really arch that spine up to the ceiling. We're going to hold this big arch, and I want you just to slowly shift your weight forwards and backwards. So think about shifting your weight from your hands to your knees and really rolling through that spine, really focusing on getting that mobility, arching that spine, not just through your mid-back, but your upper back, the small of your back. Good, so shifting that weight forwards and backwards, rounding through the back. Deep breath in and out, and center yourself, and we're going to reverse it. Lift that head straight up. Really lift your chin. Let your tailbone roll up so this back is really dropping down. Looking straight ahead. Again, we're going to shift that weight front to back. So inhale and exhale. Keep that going for me. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, shift back. Good. Really rolling through that spine, getting all that movement. Give me one more good deep breath in and out. Center yourself and pop back to neutral. From here, I want you to extend your right leg out behind you. So the right leg's going to go straight back so you're on your tippy toe. We're just going to shift our weight back and do a little pulse, pulse, and come forward. Shift back and pulse, pulse, and forward. Keep that going. So kind of using your arms to shift your weight back. We're going to shift that weight, trying to drive our heel to the ground. Do a little pulse, pulse. Good. So we're just really getting a nice calf and ankle stretch here. One more. Pulse, pulse. Relax. Bring that right knee back under your hip. Left leg's going to extend out and shift back. Do a little pulse, pulse, and come forward. Pulse, pulse, coming forward on your toes. Good. Drive that heel back. Good. Think about trying to press that heel to the ground. Give me 3. Don't forget the double pulse. And 2. One more. Press, press. Relax. Good. From here, I want you to walk your knees a little wider than your hips. And I want you to just try to sit back into your hips as much as you can. Use your hands to press yourself back, letting your forehead or your chin rest down to the mat. Keep that going for me. So, sitting back in those hips, really reach out long. Think about driving those armpits down into the floor. Hold here for 3 deep breaths in and 3 deep breaths out. Perfect. Coming back up, back onto those hands and knees. We're going to do a bit of rotation work here. So, we are going to go back to extending our right leg out behind us. And we're going to bring our left arm behind our head. So, right arm, left knee on the ground in normal. Right leg out long, left arm behind our head. We're going to exhale and we're going to rotate open to the left and right back down to neutral. Exhale, open up that elbow to the ceiling, look up to the ceiling, and inhale back to neutral. Keep that going, don't switch sides. I'm going to switch sides so the camera angle's a little bit better. So again, exhale, open that left side up to the ceiling, and inhale down. We're working on a little bit of balance here, working on all that rotation. Good. Give me 2 more. Exhale, rotate up. Inhale down, nice neutral spine. Exhale up, last time. And bring it back down. Pull that right knee back under you and extend your left leg out behind you. So left leg's gonna go out, right arm's coming behind your head, nice flat back. Exhale, rotate and open, and inhale back down. Exhale, rotate and open up, and inhale back down. Keep that going for me. Deep breaths. Exhale up and down. 2 more. Last one. And relax. Very, very nice. One more time. Step those knees wider than your hips. Bring your toes together. Sit back in those hips in that nice child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the floor, your mat, and give me 2 deep breaths in and 2 deep breaths out. Perfect. Shifting back up, back onto those hands and knees. We're going to do a bit of core stability work here. Right leg's going out, right leg's going out, left arm's going out. We're going to exhale, we're going to lift both, and inhale, tap down. Exhale, lift, inhale, tap. The goal is to keep this tummy strong, that back nice and flat. Lift and tap. Exhale up, inhale down. So as we lift, we don't want our back to arch. We want to keep it perfectly flat. We want to squeeze our booty, pull that shoulder blade down. Let's go for 5. Good. And 4. Keep that tummy really strong. 3, 2, and 1. Switch those arms and legs. Pull your right knee in. Extend your left leg out. Right arm goes out. We're going to lift and tap. Lift and tap. Keep that going for me. Strong core. Nice flat back. So again, we don't want to kind of arch our back as we lift. We want to keep that back neutral and stable. 5 more. Lift 5. Squeeze that glute. Pull that shoulder blade down your back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And relax. Awesome, guys. All right. Go ahead and coming back down to the floor. Go ahead and grab the ball, milk carton, water carton, whatever you have. We're going to do a bit of tummy, core, spine rotation work here. So we're going to be sitting up nice and tall with our legs out in front of us, holding that ball in both hands. We're going to tap it from one hip to the other hip. Let's go. Tapping that ball one side to the other side. I say ball, that's what I'm using. Again, if you're using a gallon of water, whatever you've got, a kid's ball, that's totally up to you. Lift and tap, lift and tap. What I want you to focus on though is getting this rotation right here through your torso, through that rib cage. So yes, our arms and our shoulders are working, but it's not just our arms and shoulders doing all the work. It's our torso. We want to get that pure rotation. Inhale, exhale. Let's go for 3, and 2, and 1. Relax. Awesome job. All right. Go ahead and grab the pillow that you're going to be using. So again, I'm just using a couch pillow. What we're going to do is tuck that pillow right behind our back. If you need a lot of spinal support, you may want to stack 2 up, so one on top of the other so the back's more supported. What we're going to do, we're going to be in a seated position, arms across your chest or behind your head, it's your choice. We're going to roll back into that pillow. We're not laying down flat. And exhale, sitting up nice and tall. Just enough to kind of scoop our hips, roll back, and exhale, lift up nice and tall. So what I want you to focus on is creating this kind of C shape with your spine as you roll and as you roll up. But get into that tall posture as you lift. Good. So again, if you want to put a second pillow here so you've got more support against the small of your back, you can. You don't have to though. Inhale back. And exhale, lift up tall. We kind of want to roll back until we feel the tips of our shoulder blades hit that pillow. Inhale back and exhale, lift. Again, keep your shoulders down, round through that spine, lifting up tall. You've got 3 more. Roll it back, pull that tummy in tight as you lift up. 2 more. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Last 1. And relax. Awesome, 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 guys. All right, from here, we're going to stay here, but we're going to add some rotation in with that. So if that was a lot of tension on your back, you may want to throw a second pillow there. If it felt good, awesome, hang tight. Same movement, arms across your chest or behind your head, but sitting up tall, we're going to rotate to one side. I want you to roll back into that hip, and exhale, sit up tall. So rotate to your left. Lean back into your left hip. Exhale, sit up tall. Rotate to your right. Then start to roll back into that right hip. Exhale, lift. Good. Keep that going for me. Rotating and lifting. Make sure you rotate before you start to lean. Good. So we're rolling back. Tall, tall posture, lift up, 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 and then rotate. Lean back, and then lift. 1 more per side. Rotate, roll it back, come up tall. Last 1. And relax. Awesome. we're gonna come up, we're gonna move to doing some standing work, so get rid of that pillow. All right, guys, starting off nice and tall posture. Feet hip width apart for me. Give me a deep breath in and reach up to the ceiling. And then exhale, stretch it all the way down to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Knees can be kind of soft, but legs as straight as possible. So when I mean knees soft, they don't have to be hyperextended. They can have a little bit, we just don't want them bent. Rounded spine, I want you to draw some circles with those arms. Relax your head, try not to hold your head up. Relax those arms and bend those knees and slowly start to stack that spine up, one vertebrae at a time. Lifting that head for me. We're gonna do that one more time. Tuck your chin to your chest, roll it down to the ground. Lift those hips up as high as you can. And then coming up nice and tall. Very nice. Good. But just get that back and those legs a little stretched out. I need you to go ahead and grab your band, belt, or towel again, whatever you are using. I don't care what it is, but go ahead and grab it wider than shoulder width apart and pull apart on it enough so there's some tension on it. So there's no slack in it, but it's tight. From here, I want you to lift your right arm up and drop your left arm down, so you're at a diagonal. From here, we're gonna rotate to our left, so with the arm that's lowest, your left arm, it's almost like you're rowing down into the water, and then exhale up and out. Inhale as you row down into the water, and exhale, lift up and out. So as you're doing this, think about letting your hands guide you. So as you're going down, the left, the lower hand is guiding you. As you're lifting up, the top arm is guiding you. The other thing I want you to think about here is we're not moving through our hips. Notice my knees and my legs aren't moving. All this movement is through my torso, the flexion and the rotation. So let's do 2 more of these. Dip it down just from the torso. My hips are still square to the front, and lifting up and out. One more time. Inhale down and exhale up and out. Good, come back, relax those arms. I know that arm that's overhead can get a little tired. All right, bring those arms back up. This time the left arm's gonna be high and the right arm's gonna be low. We're gonna dip down to the right side like we're dipping an oar into the water. Flex and rotate, and then exhale, open up and rotate back. Inhale down, drop that oar down into the water, and then exhale, coming up and open that chest. Keep that going for me. Inhale down, let the bottom hand lead, and exhale, let the top arm pull you up. Give me 3. Keep those hips square to the front, and lift. Last 2. Last 1. And big lift up and relax. Shake those arms out. All right, let's do some chest and shoulder work. Holding this band, belt, towel, same way, but we're gonna start low, wider than shoulders with some tension in it. I want you to really pull apart on it a little bit. So almost think about trying to pull it apart. We're gonna lift up and we're gonna take it overhead and back as far as we can, and then bring it right back down forward. I'm okay if you get a little extension in your back on this. So taking it back, try not to, but if you want to put a little in, I'm okay with that. And coming down 3 more times. Pull apart on that strap, taking it back and forward. Keep that going for me. Exhale up and over. And bring it back down to your hips. You've got 1 more. Pulling up and back. This time we are going to add quite a bit of extension. So as you bring those arms back, I really want you to reach up and away with those arms. Get all that extension in your back. Open your chest. Stand up tall. Relax those arms down at your side. That was great. Get rid of that band for me. Set it off to the side. Standing up tall. We're going to bring our arms overhead. I'm going to sit down so the camera angle's a little bit better, but I want you to stay standing. So to demonstrate, arms are overhead, fingers are kind of praying together. I want you to inhale, and I want you to reach up and out to one side. So really lift, almost like you're gonna do a side dive. And exhale to the center. We're gonna alternate sides. Inhale, stretch up and out, like you're reaching for the corner of the wall and the ceiling where they meet. And exhale, relax. Keep that going. So inhale, reach from your heels all the way up through your fingertips. And exhale, relax. You can kind of bend those arms when you come down. Inhale, stretch tall. So again, notice I'm not just kind of crumpling over. I'm really reaching. I'm lifting. I'm putting space through my vertebrae, through my shoulder blades. One more time per side. Big stretch up and out. I'm also not rotating at all on this. I'm purely flexing. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, relax. Swing those arms down and let them relax. All right, guys. Go ahead and cross one leg over the other. I don't care which one crosses which. Tuck that chin to your chest. Roll it down to the floor nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Hello, Maggie. Good. And slowly roll it up, nice and tall. Tall, tall posture. We're going to do that one more time per side. No, you don't need to help me stretch. Inhale, roll it down, reaching for the floor. And exhale, standing up nice and tall. Maggie, come on, get up here. Sit. Stay. Switch those legs for me, guys. Cross the opposite one over the opposite leg. Tuck that. Tuck your chin to your chest. She thinks it's her ball. Tuck your chin to your chest and roll it down to the floor for me. One vertebrae at a time, lifting those hips up to the ceiling. And slowly roll it up, nice and tall. We're going to do that one more time. Tuck that chin to your chest, roll it down. And bring it up nice and tall. Uncross those legs so your feet are hip width apart. Your palms are going to be out to the side. We're just going to do some slow rotations. Everything can move here. So your hips, your spine, look back over your shoulder. The only thing I want you to focus on is keeping your posture tall, your shoulders relaxed down your back. Letting everything just kind of move and unwind. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Relax to the center. Give me one more deep breath. Stretch as high as you can. And exhale, bring those arms down to your side. And you are done. Hopefully you feel longer, stronger, and looser. All right, have a great afternoon. Thank you, guys.